Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Are you ready for that great weekend to come your way? Well, you got a weekend coming anyway. For those of you that are working, you do get a couple of days off if you have the weekends off. For those of the rest of us like me, it's just another day. Okay. But on that day, we're going to go out for a cruise. We're going to have our antivirus cruise on Saturday. And it's considered a club unofficial cruise, but hey, a cruise is a cruise. We're getting out. We're getting in our cars. We're going to go have some fun. We will social distance by staying at least one car length behind the car that is in front of us. Yeah, it might work. We'll give it a try. Hey, what the heck? Good morning, Nigel. How are you, Rebecca? Robert, Robbie Roth, Marlon Mitchell, Denny Santos, Danny, how you doing? And Mike St. Angel. Well, everyone is used to seeing a license plate on the car. Here in California, license plates began in 1905. Now, why did people put license plates on cars? Well, hit and run accidents. How do you identify who hit you? Well, it was that horse and buggy over there. No one ever complained about a horse and buggy running into you and taking off. Good morning, Carl Abbott. Like the plate you sent me, the Isuzu 4 plate. Marlon Mitchell, how are you this morning? But there were a lot of things that went into putting a license plate on, including your tax dollars. That's right. How do you get tax dollars for something that you didn't have anything to do with? Well, the state assessed a value and charged you a registration fee. So you got license plates. Now, here in California, the plates started in 1905, and they were porcelain-covered steel. And sometimes they were leather. And sometimes they were wood. And sometimes they were whatever else they could come up with. But license plate, I did have one. I looked for it this morning. I can't find it. I've got a 19-something porcelain California license plate. Now, it's chipped, but I've got it. Now, when California started issuing license plates, it was one plate, and you put it on the back of your vehicle. You want to find out who to blame for having to require two license plates on your car? AAA. The Automobile Club of Southern California. Good afternoon, Carl Abbott and Richard Turner and Stephen Brown. Yes, the Auto Club of Southern California was getting pressure to force motorists to display plates on the front as well as the rear of their cars. Now, why was the Auto Club involved in this? Well, the Auto Club issued license plates for the state of California. That's right. They got involved in all this stuff back then. They still do. You can still get your registration through AAA in Southern California. But that's what they did. So the porcelain plates, well, they got the same number between 1905 and 1906. But between 1909 and the end of the pre-state plate era, 1913, Auto Club put out 4,000 plates with different manufacturers. There was no standardized license plate back then. California Metal Enameling Company was a company that did them for AAA. Now, Auto Club porcelains also came in various subtle differences, but they can be essentially broken down into 8 collectible varieties if you're into that. The first 3 concern the state's famous and elaborate Mickey Mouse plates. Yes, that's right. They had Mickey Mouse plates. Not that they referred to Mickey Mouse, because Mickey Mouse didn't exist yet. What's his name? Disney hadn't developed Mickey Mouse yet. But what they did was they came out with a porcelain plate, and it had Auto Club badges on each corner. So it was the Auto Club of Southern California on one side, the American Automobile Association or American Auto Association on the other side, with the plate with numbers in the middle. It looked like Mickey Mouse, 2 round ears up on the top, like that. So that's why they called it the Mickey Mouse plate. Now, later on, they moved the badges to the bottom of the plate, so it no longer looked like Mickey Mouse. It looked more like a car. Okay, so 1909 to 1913, it was the Mickey Mouse plate, or the ears up on top here, right, like that. And that was for passenger cars, and ears up. From 1909 to 1913, they had a type of plate with the ears down. Same era. Well, they also had the Type 2 plate Size is unknown. They were 8.5 by 11 before that. Why? I don't know. Hi, Dick Mosley. How you doing? And Frank Cascarelli. Good morning to you guys. Let's see who was here. We're trying to figure it out. It's Roy Glenn and Kevin Race is here. All right. So those are the California history. Now, as far as the history of license plates, because it didn't start in California, yes, you can blame other people too, but license plates weren't to be permanent on a car, or were meant to be permanent on a car through the 1920s, because I guess no one thought you'd ever sell your car. So the plates started on the 1920s. But the first places to introduce license plates was back east. So they were the first guys that figured they could collect your money and get it from you. Massachusetts and New York are credited with the first states to actually issue a license plate. Now, as we talked a little while ago, AAA provided plates for cars. They are not the state. As far as the state producing a license plate and issuing it, it goes back to 1903, and they were distributed in Massachusetts. The first plate featuring the number 1 was issued to a guy named Frederick Tudor. And at the writing of this note that I'm reading, he still had that plate, and they still considered it valid. So, okay. Frederick Tudor was considered the son of the Ice King, Frederick Tudor. I have no idea what he did other than he liked ice. I don't particularly care for ice in my drinks, but what the heck. All right, so the early Massachusetts license plates were made from iron, covered in porcelain, just like the California plate was. The background was colored a cobalt blue, and the number was in white, so you could see it very readily. Along the top of the plate was also in white the words Mass, M-A-S-S, short for Massachusetts, Automobile Register. The size of the plate's not really important or known at that, or constant at that time, but the plates were into the tens, hundreds, and thousands of numbers as they started issuing plates to cars. By 1918, all states in the United States had begun issuing their own registration plates. Why? They could get tax money. They could charge you. They could get more money from you. Now, did they ever require license plates on buggies, on horse-drawn carriages? Well, Pennsylvania does. They do it for the Amish that ride or drive their buggies on the streets. What's the deal with having one plate or two? Well, that was identification purposes. Cassie, that was in case you got hit from the front, but you didn't see the back, so you could come up with the license plate and identify the vehicle. That's the state. Now, there are still states that only require one plate, and actually in California, if your vehicle was only issued one plate, so that's prior to the two-plate law, that's all you have to have. Now, a lot of different license plates. You can get antique license plates in just about any state for cars that are usually about 25 years of age and older. Here's one I've got. From Arkansas. Okay, that's a good one. And that was on the Willys that Fast Eddie sold me a few years back. And when I registered in California, I kept that. Now, the oldest plate that I have is this you can't tell, it's California 1925. And it's a steel plate. The original color was black, so I'm assuming the letters were either white or yellow, but I'm not sure. I've got to do some research on that, and it's in great condition. I'm going to hang on to it. Now, for my 1956 Chevrolet, I've got these plates. Yes, original plates for that. And one day, they'll end up on it. Hi. Let's see. John Gibson's watching, Jay Thomas and Denny Santos again. All right. Now, for my 1948 Plymouth and for my trailer, I've got antique plates. Now, here is one. Now, one of the things required, the plates in California were not issued differently each year, just like currently. We have the same plate for a decade or two or whatever it is, and you get little stickers you put on them. Well, in the late 40s, early 50s, this is what you got. You got a metal tag that you bolted on when you put the license plate on the car. So for my 1948 Plymouth, I've got the correct plates. They were originally issued in 1951. So these plates were 1951. Now, up until 1955, you still got this metal tag, and the plate is larger than an existing plate. There was a standardization of license plates that came on in about 1956. So here is, let's get this one up here. Hi, I'm back. Okay, here's a standard plate of today. Here is the early plate. Look at the difference. See? It's wider. It's also more rounded on the edges. So they standardized the license plates, and they became shorter. See? Same width, just shorter. Okay. So that was the evolution of license plates there. Mark McGeorge says, Sweden, you get one plate, change to what car you want to drive. It might be Switzerland. Well, it's someplace. Rebecca says, my 55 has 62s on it that were issued to it in 1962. Yeah, there was a while that California was trying to confiscate or get the plates back so everyone had newer plates, but it was not the enforceable law. You could keep the old plates if you wanted to. So a lot of people, like you still have your 1962 plates that were issued then. And that's fine. As long as it's registered to that, that is all that's required. So we've got it. Now, I had Euro manufactured plates on my previous 56. I had a set of plates for my 48. I let them go. I've only got a single plate now. I got to find the second plate before I can put that on there, and then I have that little tag I'll put on there as well. And what I was trying to find earlier today was my trailer plates. I have a 1955 trailer plate. Again, it's a 1951 issued metal plate, so it's big, and it has the tag for 1955 on it. So I can use that on the trailer I've got. I'm going to register it to that once we get it all done. Good morning, Don Gady. Yeah, Rebecca says they tried to get it a couple of times. Yeah, they would. Now, California also has some special plates. You can order a black with yellow lettering plates. That's reminiscent of the 1963 plate and as you saw there, the 1950s plates as well. And it's kind of a vintage-looking plate for those of you who want to put a vintage-looking plate on your car, but haven't been able to find or want to pay the exorbitant prices that people want for these replacement license plates or the early license plates. A good set of early plates for my 48 Plymouth are in the neighborhood of $600. Yeah, I don't need them that bad. So it's fine. But license plates are required in every state. Not every state has two license plates. Many states still have only a rear license plate required. Now, don't tell anyone. I'm still only running one license plate on a couple of my cars. One of the reasons is like my coupe. The front bumper's so low that when I pull into parking lots, it scrapes. So I don't have a plate. What the heck? On one of our cars, or two of our cars, we've never popped out the area in the front bumper where the plate goes. No one said anything. And I'm not. So we have one plate on a couple of our cars as well. But California does require that you have two plates. And there was a time I did run a front plate on my Plymouth because I was cruising Van Nuys Boulevard when we started the cruise nights up again on Wednesday nights. And that was one of the things the state of California was looking for, the police were looking for. How to get those crazy cruisers off the boulevard and give them a fix-it ticket for not having a plate. So I put the plate on just to avoid the arguing. Good morning, everybody. Larry Luna and Gideon Al Aguirre. I hope I didn't mess that up too much. Tammy Tackett, good morning to you, lady. You like that shirt, do you? You gave it to me. Of course, I was in your show. But, yeah, I figured it'd be appropriate today. What the heck? We're cruising on the coast tomorrow, so, I got the coast shirt. I missed that show in downtown Ventura. Rebecca says, one on her 55. Well, that popped away real quick. All right, there are a lot of people responding right now. Robbie Roth. He got his Maverick from his grandmother and had two sets of plates in the trunk. Plus some, they don't collect them anymore. Let's see. Rebecca says on her 1955, because one is really bad looking and the other almost is good. Yeah, you can restore them. I've done a set of plates for friends. Mike St. Angel says he's got a set of 39 California World's Fair plates. Blue background with yellow numbers. Yeah, those are cool. And the World's Fair was in California in 1939. You know something? I wonder where the world. I haven't seen a World's Fair in years. Wonder if they're still doing them. Probably not this year. No one's doing anything. Even the LA County Fair has been shut down for the year. Hi, Roseanne. Roseanne Hernandez is watching us right now. Phil Hoffman and Larry Luna. Let's see if I can do this, Phil. I'm going to try something here. Phil, are you up there? Seems like you're not added. All right, whatever the case may be. Facebook is giving me an option of adding people, and I'm trying to add you to this as things go by. And Rebecca Cisneros says she's got the 1939 World's Fair plate holder, or license plate frame. Cool. Phil Hoffman's there. He's watching us, Mr. NHRA. He's got his own little podcast he does. I believe you're doing it right now with Chris, aren't you? Well, not right now, but you do it once a week, so he keeps you informed about what's hot with that. And no volume. Okay, says Rapid Robbie Roth. I don't know. Danny Santos says he was told by a Burbank officer, as long as you have the plate in or on your dashboard, you're okay. He also said it's up to the officer if they want to give you a ticket. It's always at officer discretion for something like that. It's a vehicle violation, but yeah. Phil Hoffman says, try one more time. Well, it's not giving me that option now, Phil, so we'll have to try it another time. Mike St. Angel says, picture is fuzzy. No, I'm the one that's fuzzy. Okay, Larry Luna. I froze? Well, I'm here. There I am. Am I unfrozen now? Could be just the internet connection. Robert Roth is back. Okay, good. I wouldn't want the front. The back is fine. Okay. All right, a little bit of license plate history. I hope you enjoyed that. It's Friday. Tell me, getting ready for a cruise this weekend? What are you going to do? We're getting together for a cruise here. It's the unofficial antivirus cruise on Saturday. We're going to get together with a bunch of guys. Yeah, I thawed. Okay, thanks, Larry. It's actually in the 60s here today. It's going to be a really nice day. So, car cruises all over. Some of the Conejo Valley here in Southern California. Where's your cruise? A lot of you are watching us from all over the world right now, including Italy and Great Britain. Got a cruise going on? Let me know. Post it here. We'll let people know and hopefully get them to join in with you. Hi, Mike Schaefers. How are you this morning? All right, this is Hot Rod Bob. I am your man full of gas every morning. And these are the people that help bring it to you. Okay, it's backwards. I know. Okay. Well, there. That help? GAAS, the Great American Auto Scene, brought to you by Irwindale Drag Strip, Valley Head Service, Irwindale Speedway, Service Tech, Moon Eyes, Tucker Tire, and Beach Underwriting Associates and their racing team. So you guys have a great day. I'm Hot Rod Bob. You've got gas, the morning edition. Hey, Troy, what do you got saying there? Pick up some spare front wheels for the Alta. Oh, you're picking up wheels for your Alta. Cruising to the bottom of the El Cajon Pass. Oh, someone dropped them off in the pass? Hey, you know, when I was a kid, we used to cruise Mulholland Boulevard or Mulholland Drive, take it, and then go over to Malibu Canyon, take Malibu Canyon down to the beach. There was an area we knew of where stolen cars would get run off the side and go down to the bottom of Malibu Canyon area. Got a lot of parts down there. Once had a brand new set of gauges out of a 66 Mustang. Yeah, the rally pack. They left that, but the car, and there was a Merc Woody. Oh, it was gorgeous at one time, but it was upside down in the stream that goes through at the bottom of Malibu Canyon. Jeff Kreider, Dragster Jeff, is here with us. And no, Dragster Jeff did not open up a second Facebook page. Right, Jeff? It's Jeff Kreider. It's not Dragster Jeff. If someone tells you, join Dragster Jeff, it ain't the page. He's not there. All right, folks, I got to get going. Got a lot to do today. Hope you enjoy your weekend. I'm Hot Rod Bobby. You've got gas, the morning edition. Hey, Richard, you have a great time in the UK as well. If everything gets lifted, I'm hoping to be there in July, but I don't think that's going to happen, and Dragstalgia is going to be delayed. Roseanne, nice almost seeing you. You got your picture over to the side there. You guys have a great day. Take care.